As religious people, we are passionate about life in all its fullness and about everything that is life giving, and therefore also the sustenance of the environment and the fact that it needs to be sustainable to all of us for future generations, um, for now and for tomorrow.
I think the relation between the environment and religion is manifested in the first book of the Bible. In Genesis, we read about the creation of human beings as the pinnacle of creation. But at the same time, human beings are part of nature and they cannot live outside nature. So they're commanded by God to take care of nature.
It is stated in all religions, we are steward of the environment. We will give account of what we have done with it. So I think it's a duty to protect our home, which is the environment.
We know of the story of Noah's Ark, and that's a great teaching story about caring for the environment. It's not just about trees and stuff, it's also about animals who may not be able necessarily to care for the environment, but they don't waste.
In the Quran, in the ayah, the God says that eat and drink, but do not waste. So God allows us to go and be in the environment, and you can get advantage from eating and drinking from the water. So you can do this, but you shouldn't waste.
I believe that caring about the environment is at the same time the easiest and the hardest thing for someone to do. It's pretty easy to recycle or to pick up some litter from the street and throw it in the garbage bin. But at the same time, we don't think about it instantly. So I think we should start by educating ourselves.
During the past years, I've become more aware of life and its interconnectedness and all its parts which play a part in creating the greater whole. And therefore I've grown in my own awareness of how I'm connected to every other aspect of life, and therefore I know that I need to be in good relationship with everything around me.
Try to protect the rivers, protect the birds. The birds who are flying in the air, they are all part of the environment, and I think they need our protections.
And I enjoy the nature, except the snow. It is natural and it is nice, it is just not my thing. But the grass, I love the grass, the green grass. I grew up around nature. Trees and birds. The time you wake up when you hear the chickens, they go kukururu. And then everybody wakes up because it's time to pray, early morning prayer. It's just nature is so integral to life. How could you not care?
I try to help the environment by doing simple things like recycling or turning off the tap while I brush my teeth, or even picking up litter from the street and putting it in the garbage bin. I think that's the basic thing anyone can do to help the environment.
I'm glad to be able to recycle, I'm aware that I'm part of that cycle of life. I also like to support the farmers market around the corner, the immediate community's production. And then yes, to just be conscious of electricity coming from Cape Town, which is the first city in the world that may run out of water. I'm very aware that going back I'll have to shorten my showers, and that I will be much more conscious of water and its protection.
When I do my wudu, it's 5 daily prayers, obligation before you pray. You have to do wudu to clean your the hands and face and feet. When I do this, I like you're taking water to your mouth and the water can flow in the sink, but I don't do this, and I just close the water, and then when I need the water I just open it, and if I don't use, I don't allow to like flow the water through like the wasting.
I drive a small car. And if I don't have to drive, I don't drive. I shut the lights off, conserve some energy. I recycle.
And personally, what I do is usually I ride bike and I recycle, I plant trees, and I encourage people to do so. That's my contribution, my personal contribution to the environment.
I think people of faith and no faith should care for the environment, because the environment cares for everybody. The environment is full of amazing things. We get medicines from the environment, we get food from the environment. Man, if we don't take care of that, we are really screwed.
I think overall, the earth is our home. We usually try to keep our home clean and safe. I think it is the same for the environment. We protect it not only for ourselves, but for all the creation and for the future generations. I think it's a major concern that should keep us as religious person in alert to do something valuable in order to protect the environment.
So I believe that it starts in a person, and be aware of what you are doing, what you are eating, and what you are wasting. And after that, you teach that to the people, your family, or you try to be aware of what they are doing in this environment, and then it's gonna grow to your family, and I believe it's gonna grow to the world.